You know, at the end of the day, after all that gangster shit, a lot of people and a lot of, the younger cats talk, you know, at some point you graduate into being a civilian. And not just a regular civilian, though, I'm not going to make it seem that it's that simple to be a square. But you start to learn that it's hip to be a square, whether you make it or whether you don't make it, you go legit. And, even things that I've talked about here in the space, like I said, you have a lot of people judging things that they don't even live by, creeds and codes that they don't even live by. Now, I know it's crazy. I know you listen to Now That's Gangsta. I know some of you guys are big UGK fans. And I'm not even gonna lie, even myself, it was crazy watching Bun, sit up there and, kind of cry on the stand and, but you gotta understand the legitimacy of the situation. Bro protected his house, he protected his wife, and he protected his assets, What a lot of you guys don't know, even with stand your ground laws and things of that sort, is that when you're a legal licensed gun owner, anytime you discharge your weapon, you have to take the stand. You have to tell what happened. Not even tell what happened, but you have to, explain why you discharged your firearm. Even if you take someone's life, you gotta be able to, explain what happened, for your safety. At this point, so a lot of people are saying that, Bun told and he snitched and he cooperated with law enforcement. I mean, he an old schooler and, he's legit. He has a reason to tell his side of the story. And he spared, dude his life. Now, does he make music or has he made music promoting that lifestyle and stuff? Yeah. But for no reason, don't think that he's not real. I got an interview here that I want to show you guys about, Bun talking about, this incident in a little bit more detail, just to give you more clarity. So, a lot of you younger cats can have a chance of not crashing out doing stupid shit and get bragging rights. A lot of you guys ain't even rappers or know how to articulate yourself over a beat, on beat. So, Buns, let's check it out.
On another note, man, when you were just talking earlier about saying, I just want to make sure that I can enjoy this success that I'm experiencing right now.
Yes.
We talked offline about just hip-hop in general, and I wanted to know your thoughts on, did you feel like it was dying literally or figuratively right about now, man?
No, I mean, hip-hop as an art form and a culture is at the highest level it's ever been.
Yeah.
The artists are more able to be rewarded for their talents now than they've ever been. You don't have to sell as much music to make money.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to profit from the art. It's a lot easier to find your fan base. You know what I'm saying? So finding success and being successful in hip hop, it's not a problem. It's actually as easy as it's ever been. Mm. It's enjoying the shit is the problem. And I think people like to say, man, look at all this violence in hip hop, and it's not violence in hip hop, it's violence outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People hungry outside. You know what I'm saying? People trying to get it. And when how can I explain this? When you a thief, let's say you and your boys in the car. I'm in Atlanta, so you'll understand this. Let's say we 4 deep in the car. We looking to break some windows and get some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to break in Ford Explorers. You're not trying to break in Honda Civics. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for Benzes, Beamers, Rovers. If you're lucky, some fan of somebody went to Chick-fil-A or something, you catch them slipping right quick.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing if you're looking for robbery. You're not trying to rob the trash man, the janitor, the chef. You're trying to rob somebody that got some money. So that's why they follow store owners home. And they don't follow black store owners that they know got their work. They tend to follow Asian store owners, Indian store owners, people that they know don't live that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And probably won't have that. Now, I'm not saying all of them ain't, because some of them out there give you that work if you want it, depending on where that store at, they know what they doing.
Yeah.
But people assume that those people are easy targets, following people home from the bank with big envelopes in their hand, that type of thing. And then look at hip hop. What are we? We walking targets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't even got to wonder if the money is on us, because the jury hanging from the neck and the wrist and the fingers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us like to prove that we can move around here a certain type of way. But you don't see these businessmen and these CEOs moving around loose like that.
Right.
And that's what you got to recognize, man. You are, I tell people all the time, you the man, you the band, and you the brand. You're everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you just got to understand that you're not just responsible for the people in your company and the family you got at home. You're responsible for yourself too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to be very careful how you move out here.
He is a target. And basically, you know, for a lot of people that's questioning his gangster, he basically walked you through the mindset of a thief or somebody that's willing to take. One of the problems with today is that the crimes are more complex. You know, they're more based on trust. In a lot of cases, more than ever. One of the things that I've talked about is, you know, even the concept of Uber. Growing up, we were told don't trust a stranger. And nowadays, more than ever, we trust strangers, you know. Bringing somebody home from the club used to be a big thing, you know, because they're a complete stranger. Now we meet people all over the internet and just invite them to our homes and stuff like that. If you look at the concept of Uber, a complete stranger picks you up and takes you to work and knows you're not home. Things like that. A complete stranger brings you your food. So in this case, what happened with Bun B, the criminal basically, I guess, pretended to be a Amazon package delivery guy, and once his wife opened the door, he forced his way in, you know, which is a little bit different than the nature of what he's talking about. But I'm glad that he went over the concept of understanding that he is a target and he is somebody transitioning back into being a civilian, and that, you know, he is a businessman and even a professor. So, you know, he understands that he has to move differently. Like I said, if you are a licensed gun owner, you have to stay at the crime scene. You have to contact the authorities. You have to let them know what part you play in the role. You know, you can't go through all of that and then move like a criminal with all of that training. Okay? So let's get back into it. Shout outs to Bun.
Because even with nothing on, we got this little baby plaque on the wall, right? He come outside with no jury, nothing on at all, and they'll still try. If they catch him solo somewhere, somebody gonna try to move because they gonna know he got something of value somewhere. Right. You know, in close proximity. Even if it's just a wallet, the nigga got the wallet worth a bunch of money. Yeah. You know, even if it's no money in it. Yeah. You know, but in most people's mind, oh no, he got something on. That's what got Triple X to now she don't care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the idea that niggas watching him, he had to call out, finna buy something, you know, probably showed some cash on him. Yeah. You know, because everybody got the bag on them and the bag got the cash on it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make enough room for the pistol in the bag, too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, man, that it's not, this violence that we see within hip hop doesn't necessarily have a lot to do with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing a lot of rappers dying from beef they got with other people, even though that does exist in hip hop. But these last couple of murders has really been about outside violence happening to somebody inside hip hop culture.
Like Takeoff.
Yeah, or P&B Rock. Yep. You know, just somewhere trying to get some chicken, trying to get lunch, you know. And we talked about this earlier in the call, man, like every criminal ain't an expert criminal. Some of these niggas fall up on a play.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about, some of these rappers get rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of these niggas, they be riding around moving and you just see some, oh shit, look this nigga. Hey, spin the block one time. Well, I'm gonna get that bitch, he by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, some niggas just fall up on a play.
Yeah.
So
Riding around looking
like
for
that,
something.
though, Bun? Do you, because I find myself sometimes, I ain't as famous as Bun B. I'm more famous than him. But sometimes I find myself, I say, damn, I'm at the Waffle House or I'm at this, and I got my flip-flops on, I'm by myself,
Yeah.
and it don't hit me until I'm in the position. Motherfuckers are walking in and they noticing me and shit.
See, I live in Texas. So I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
You have no reason to not have your gun on you in Texas.
Right.
Unless you're a felon. You have, So the law has switched here too now, right?
It has switched here
Yeah,
now.
at the top of the year, I think it was 13 more states
Yeah.
that where you can conceal
Yeah.
carry without a license.
Yeah.
But in Texas, it's always been like that, right? So there was never a reason for me to not have a gun on me in Texas. There's absolutely no reason for anybody that feels like they have something they need to protect or something that people might want to take. There's no reason for you to not have a gun.
Right.
Unless you really just terrified at the thought
But
of
I'm
having to
talking
shoot
about the
somebody. And shooting
position.
somebody ain't cool. If you ever had to shoot somebody, you live with that forever. It's not cool.
Right.
I had to shoot a black man. I don't take pride in shooting a black man, but I'm not finna let any man shoot me, take what's mine from my people without a reasonable level of retort to
Exactly.
this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, everybody ain't built like that. When the laws came over, the laws were telling me, man, it's people run. I said, what you mean? Like, the wife answered the door, the criminal come in, and the husband run.
Oh.
That shit hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. You got a whole family. People got your last name, your blood in they, and you run? I don't even understand that type of shit.
That's grounds for divorce.
I ain't married, so it don't even matter to me. My thing is, wait, Bun just said, I don't even like to put myself in those type of positions because I already know how I am.
Yeah.
And so I've been on kill the nigga on accident. Because, you know.
All right, so if you pay attention to what's being said, you can see how easy it is to get caught up and find yourself in a homicide or a murder that takes place in your house. So the thing is that when you own a gun license, it's your responsibility. You're basically taking a responsibility in the first place. That's how they're going to look at you. You got to look at, or at least think about court when the BS is going down. I know it's not the most fun thing to do. I know you're not thinking about that, but that's really how you have to look at it. So they expect you to be responsible, especially when you hold the big man on your hip. But in this case, two guys have guns, Bun and the criminal. But it's very easy to get wrapped up if you don't know the laws and you're in a stand your ground state, even if you're in a stand your ground state. So what I like is that in this conversation, he gives more context behind his mindset and exactly what he's trying to do, where his train of thought comes from. So let's take a listen.
By mother looking and moving
Let me
a
tell you
certain
something.
kind of way around me.
There's a lot of responsibility with carrying a gun. And when I say there's responsibility with carrying a gun, it's because you got to know when, where, and how to use it. I shot a nigga on my property because I knew legally I could. The nigga left the property. I chased the nigga down. I knew I couldn't shoot him away from my property because now I'm the aggressor.
Exactly.
I'll catch the case.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know when and where to use a gun. You can very easily overreact with a gun too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you know you got a gun on you, you typically not about to take shit off nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you end up in a situation where you're not trying to take shit off nobody, and you realize as the confrontation gets more critical that if we just throw hands, this nigga might whoop me.
Right.
You know, and I got my gun on me. The nigga could whoop me and take my
your
pistol
gun. Right.
from me because that happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Motherfuckers get shot with their own gun
Yeah.
because they carrying a gun and that they not ready to use. Just get robbed, my nigga. Just get robbed. If you ain't about that life, don't have the shit, or when it happens, just get robbed. Don't have no gun on you you're not ready to use. Don't point a gun at somebody you're not ready to kill. Period.
Nah, I feel that.
I feel like this is street 101, but you'd be surprised how many niggas don't know this type of shit.
No, people don't know the law, Brad. Let me
know?
tell you something. The law, it is so true. But like when you said, if it's on your property, it's this small. Whether you going to prison or the person is dead. And like you said, when they turned and ran, at that point right there,
once he ran off my property,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, you chased him down. Had you killed him in the wrong?
I had his gun at this point.
Yeah.
I had his gun. You know, I hit him in the car. He jumped out the car, threw the gun. Please don't kill me. I kicked the gun, and I don't want to get too much deeper into it.
Right.
But when my wife came out the door, my wife got scared, and the nigga ran. I got scared for her, and then the nigga ran off, and I said, I'm not gonna let this nigga get away with this.
Yeah.
And then other shit occurred. But again, I came out there ready to shoot this man. That man shot back. It's by the grace of God I hit him and he ain't hit me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you prepared to shoot a gun, just know it may not go the way you think it's gonna go.
A lot of people die with their gun in their lap.
Man.
So just imagine the mindset of a guy or a criminal that will break into your house. You defend your household and they have the audacity to shoot back. That just lets you know the mindset of where a lot of these criminals, where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? They break into your house and you end up shooting back in defense of your family and your belongings and your things. Okay? So, is Bun a snitch? Absolutely not. He did what any man should, would, and could do to defend his family and to defend his wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this video gives a lot of context and more information than the majority of the videos that you will encounter and watch on YouTube. But leave your comments and thoughts down below. Hit the like button. Support the show at $PTV888. We are out. It's Player Talk. Peace.
Say you the police. I'm the police. Nigga come in my house and I shot him. Period. End of story.
That's Generation Z, baby. Don't argue with Generation Z. They stand for zero.